There's a woman in the corner. Heaven wants to warn her. Child, step back now from thy sin. You see, Jesus knows her hurting, her trials and her worries, the troubles this old life has got her in. He just wants to hold her as a clay pot remold her and pour joy and life within. He hears your troubled pleas when you're ready to receive. Just reach out and take a hold of him. There's a lady in the gutter. This world has bruised and cut her. People walk around and pass her by. As she grabs at their feet, this poor tramp of the streets, who sold herself too cheap to get by. Perhaps the angels that are with us, like our Lord Jesus, know the pain her tears testify. The only Bible she'll read are in Christians like me. How can I go my way and let her die? We ought to love one another, give a hand to our brother, do unto others as we'd have them do. Seek out the dying, put aside criticizing, lend a hand and help our neighbors through. We ought to care for the hurting, unlike those who are deserting, crossing the street and passing them by. We ought to be more like Jesus if we wish him to receive us. We ought not pass our fellow man by. Two men crossed beneath the steeple, both passed amongst the people. One man wore a golden ring, the other shabby and poor. He's left standing at the door. I wonder if his heart feels the sting, for many rush to shake the hand of this well-dressed gentleman. The others nod as they wish him to be. I think the stars up above, God looking down in love, sees things mortal eyes can't see. Lazarus wounded and poor, let the dogs lick his sores, as he lay and cried at a rich man's gate. Child, here is the key. This man fared sumptuously, but would not cast out crumbs from which he ate. So Lazarus died. Would you too push him aside and do deeds such as this callous man? Or would you be merciful and true, such as God has dealt with you? We ought to give our brothers a helping hand. We ought to love one another, give a hand to our brother, do unto others as we have them do. Seek out the dying, put aside criticizing, lend a hand and help our neighbors through. We ought to care for the hurting, unlike those who are deserting, crossing the street and passing them by. We ought to be more like Jesus if we wish him to receive us. We ought not pass our fellow man by. We ought to be more like Jesus if we wish him to receive us. We ought not pass our fellow man by.